Hello, my friend. It's Pat Sloan here with my daily video. I'm so good to see you. It's so good to see you. I've got a topic for today, but I'm going to actually pull one from last Monday that I forgot to do. I sort of did something else, and somebody wrote me and went like, "Are we going to do that topic?" Because you couldn't figure out what it was from the way I said it. So today's topic is binding. So I'm going to show you that I finished the mini tree binding, and you can give a status on binding. And I think we already talked about binding this month, so this is a good day to give you the one that I messed up on. So it was called Missing in Action. I had to read my note there. Missing in Action on your calendar from last Monday. So what I mean missing in action, what I want to know is, what thing do you lose that is the worst? Like when you lose that, it makes you insane trying to find it. It could be your favorite scissors, could be the pattern you're working on. Somehow it gets stuck under something, or you put it with something else. It could be your seam ripper. When you're missing that, you need to have more than one, right? Because ultimately they get put somewhere accidentally. For me, the thing that drives me nuts is either misplacing a piece of fabric or an entire project box or bag. Like, I know I have the project, but I can't find it, and it makes me insane. And I'll go looking, but I've lost like a whole stack of fabric once because I put it in a container that I never put fabric in, and so I wasn't looking in there. So I've learned that I have to not look once, but probably about 3 or 4 times in like all the places, even the ones I think, oh, I never put anything in there. There it is. Ah, all right. So this is Tuesday. Yesterday, there were actually 2 emails. And when you get your email that comes from me, if you're on my email list, they come together, and one of them is one email, but there's 2 articles. So one article was the Orifil Designer of the Month, and so I wanted to show you that block. And then the second article was for the Monday, topics, and asking you to help me out. And I'll come back to that. So let's first look at the Orifil. So it is Tiffany of Sew Tiffany, and she's also the owner of Pasadena Fabrics, which is an online fabric store. She owns that. So her block is for the box of thread called Florence. Wait, I need the Florence. I need the Florence thread. I'm doing this way too much, forgetting stuff. There we go. Ah, goodness. So here's every month the designer has a box of thread. And so Florence, they're all cities in Italy. So if you haven't been following the Orifil, it's a lot of fun because I did interview a designer. We assigned them a box, and the box had colors and a city. So they could be inspired by the city, they could be inspired by the colors. This is my block. I don't have her block yet, but she is inspired by this very famous landmark bridge in Florence. And it's a bridge that they build stores on. So if you've never been on one of those bridges before, they're kind of amazing. I was on one in Cincinnati. We actually didn't know we were on it. It just looks like a street. You drive on the street, and we were having lunch in a place, and you could just feel the thing moving, like the the restaurant. And it was like, then we realized we were on the bridge having lunch. That's what this bridge is like in Florence. And so there is actually a bridge with storefronts, and so that's why it looks like a covered bridge on her block. And so I did mine with the colors that I'm working on, which are back here. They're on my blocks. Let me go over. Let me see if I pull in just a little bit. Pull that up. You can get a little closer. So I want to talk to you about how I was coming up and thinking about the colors for this block, because this is block number 11 for November. And so I have all of these done already with my color palette. Now they are all doing like a gray and then solids. That's pretty much the solids that went with their box color. So mine, though, I wanted to do a different color palette, and I did this greens and aquas and navies. So when I was looking at this has a lot of white, and this has a lot of white, but nothing else has a lot of white. So I knew that I needed a white strip, which is what I did on the top. I wanted to put a white strip because, oops, I'm a little stuck here. Hold on. Didn't give myself enough chain. There we go. So my bridge will go down there so that I have white, white, white predominant, and there's some white in there and some white in here. But I show you on my website yesterday, and I linked that to over there if you're in the other post. But what I wanted to do was decide like how much green, like there's quite a bit of green here, quite a bit of green. They actually all have some green. This has the least amount of green. It has a little bit in the background fabric. So I knew I wanted to put some green in it. But then I decided that it didn't really need navy. Like this has only a tiny bit of navy. There's no navy up there. No navy in this one. So I decided this one would have no navy fabric. And then I would go ahead and do the bridge in this gorgeous speckledy fabric of the gray, which I've now used like 3 times. And in Design Elements, 3 is odd numbers are good. Your brain likes them, finds them very appealing. So that is how I went through and figured it out. And I show you on the website yesterday the 3 different colorations. I just put the fabrics together sort of in order. It's a really easy block because you're just doing rows. There's 2 that are pieced, like the windows and the piers for the bridge, and then the rest of them are strips. So it's very easy. Now if you make the block and enter it over at the Orafill page, you have a chance to win 3 of these color boxes. And last month Elaine, our friend Elaine, who's always on here during the live chats and in our group, she's always chatting and helping everybody. Elaine was the random one picked. So super exciting. She'll be getting 3 of these color things. So let me just show you what's in here. She gets 3 spools, 3 different shades of whatever color of the month it was. And the last month is December, and then I will be doing a block, layout. I won't be doing a block. I'll be doing the layout for the whole quilt and setting the designers and then setting mine. So that'll probably come out in January. Okay, let's talk about the little trees. I got it done. So excited. Here is the little one. I showed you a picture of it hanging up on my fence by the great big star on my website yesterday. So I did the binding with the words. This fabric was one of our friends that sent to me, and it's an older Kimberbell, I guess, or at least it's one I can't find right now. So look here. See? It turned out so cute. You could super fussy cut that, but I just sort of let it happen the way it would happen. And I'm really happy. This'll hang up. And I want to show you the big one again. So then I have a thought. I have a thought on these trees because, you know, I'm always thinking. So here's the big tree again, because it's the right side now. Got it upside down. Okay, so here's the big tree. So it is big, but I think that this would be super fabulous if you did one more row around, one more row of the squares, and then squares and then white, because that would make it super usable for a lap quilt. And then I thought, I've been saying that for a while, but all of a sudden it occurred to me, this is a tree. This could be done in any kind of fabric. It doesn't have to be a Christmas tree. It's just a tree. It could be a fall tree. So I thought, a fall tree. What about, remember I have this, I've used parts of this Give Thanks. Yes. This is a layer cake. You can still get, you can still get the layer cake, and I have another link, 2 links to places that you can still get just yardage. I think there's one that has fat quarter bundle, but you can get the layer cake at the fat quarter shop still. There's still a few left. But this is 4 charm packs. So even what I have right here, I could cut this up and make one of those as a fall tree, which I think would be so cute. My one niece that I sent something to recently, she loves fall things. So I thought, what if I did this with maybe a tan or something like that, so that it's has that warm, cozy feeling, because there's a lot of lights left in here. So you can see, that one, this the Prince Gorgeous. So there's, do this, another cream. So a lot of these are the lights. So it'd be really good to do like a tan. I have like a cross weave that's a kind of a khaki cross weave. And there's some of the greens. So this would be great to do in, I think, in that tree fabric. And then see, I don't know, I'd have to cut them up and see how many are left, if there'd be enough to do another row on the outside. And then I wanted to show you this again because a few people asked me about it. You can still pick up this super cute casual Friday. That was with this. One 10-inch square stack does all those quilts. Super cute. But I just thought, well, I've got those. I've got the rest of that layer cake, and all I have to do is cut it into 4 sets of charm packs, and then I will definitely have enough to do a fall tree. You could do a spring tree, you could do a summer tree, you could do an Americana tree. Yes, a red, white, and blue tree. That would be awesome. Maybe we'll have to do that. We'll have to do a red, white, and blue tree. I get so excited when these ideas start coming. It's like, you know, you have to think it doesn't have to be exactly like you see it. You know, it can be done just because we're doing it at Christmas and just because it came out as a Christmas, it's just a tree. It doesn't have to be Christmas fabric. I love these revelations. It lets us use a pattern in a lot of different ways. It would be, if you took that big one and made it like some cozy fabric or red, white, and blue, it would be awesome, like as a housewarming gift to somebody, as a lap quilt. You know, you got a kid graduating, like my niece in the forestry. She's a national park ranger, you know, so, you know, so that would be cool for her. She loves trees. I could do her a fall tree. This is a different niece than the one I saw. I have like, I don't know, I have quite a few nieces. And then I have great niece, and then I have great nephews, and I have a couple nephews, and then I have nieces and nephews from my brother's second marriage. You know, so they're all adults when I met them, but still, you know, they're out there. They're the one of those is having the baby soon. Okay, there we go. It's Tuesday, and I want to know what you miss, what goes missing in action that just drives you nuts, and then tell me how the binding's coming along for your projects. Okay? Mwah. I love you. See you later.